to this year's 2012 Stoney Creek Santa Claus Parade. Hi, I'm Caitlin, and today I am joined with Lawrence Mitcher. How are you doing today? You ready for Santa?
I'm ready for Santa, and I think the crowd here is ready also.
And I think we have a pretty good spot here.
I would say we're pretty well located right in the heartbeat of Stoney Creek. We're beside the Augustus Jones statue in the shadow of, if the sun was out today. We're also about 30 meters away from the creek called Stoney Creek, so we're in a very good spot here on Jones Street in Stoney Creek.
Well, I think it's going to be a great day. The weather has been nice. It's not too cold. If the sun was out, I think it'd be good, but I think we have a good day ahead of us.
Kate, you can't beat it. We had some snow last night. It was an opportunity for everyone to realize they got to get their winter snow tires on, and it's melted. It's a little cold. The kids like it cold. They get to put on their hats and their mitts and get ready for this good parade.
Well, I know we're bundled up, and everybody here looks like they are warm and toasty, and we're all here for one reason, though.
And we're here for the big fella. We all want to see the big fella at the end of this parade, and I'm sure he'll be bringing lots of presents to the boys and girls who've been good this year.
I think so, and I think we have our first float here while the welcoming banner. This year's Santa Claus Parade has been presented by the Heritage Green Community Trust and is sponsored by the Stoney Creek BIA. And of course, the emergency vehicles are always up first in case they have to go off to an emergency.
Yes, the emergency vehicles, we can see our police cruisers coming through the scene. The police in Hamilton do a fantastic job. These guys put it all on the line for us every day. They're top drawer officers, and we're so appreciative to have them ready for us when we need them.
I know, and those are some pretty handsome looking cars too.
The cars are really looking nice and sharp, no doubt about it. I like the black and white. It's a little bit traditional, but it certainly says police officer all over it.
Well, we're getting the parade going in a fantastic way. It's the Notre Dame drumline and pom team. Now, I love drum lines. I wait for them. They're my favorite part of the parade.
I love the music too. Let's listen in. This drum line here, they feature a lot of incredible cadences with their snares and their drums and cymbals, and it's those things that gets the beat going, that gets the young people moving through their marching. Yeah,
I think everybody really loves when they get some music going. Everyone gets excited. They're starting it off in a really good way.
Oh, absolutely. And that gets the crowd into it too. You're hearing the beat. They're going to have to contend with that fire truck behind them letting off his air horn. That's pump 15 coming out of Stoney Creek. And we'll have to contend with the fire truck siren also while we're at it.
But you're quite familiar with the fire trucks.
Yes, I drive around in fire trucks myself. I'm a firefighter out of the Kenilworth Station in Hamilton, and we often go in with the fellas here from Station 15 on Arvin Avenue. Good bunch of guys. And we have George in the officer seat there. I haven't seen George in a while. Nice to see him again.
So ambulance we have up next. They always start off the parade because if they need to go to emergency, they need to get out quick. They can't be blocked by the parade.
Absolutely. Our Hamilton Emergency Services has had some changes lately. They've gone back to calling the fire department, and the ambulance, of course, is Hamilton EMS. Again, what we've seen here is 3 emergency service groups right at the start of the parade, some top drawer people on board for all of them.
And the Stoney Creek Warriors are following close behind the ambulance, and they're actually handing out game passes to some of their games, which is great because with the NHL not currently going on, you can still get some great local hockey.
Oh, absolutely, and what a good brand of hockey that the young Warriors put on. A real spirited team. They've had some good success in the past, and also what they're doing today is being at the front of the parade because they have a game this evening.
They do, and oh, here we have our 713 Thunderbolt Squadron gathering right here in Stoney Creek. The band, they're a bass and reed military style band, and they have over 30 members, which is just great.
Absolutely. The marching bands are what make these parades, and they're a little bit further down the road yet, but they're putting out their color parties. And when you present a band like this, it's nice to see the colors in the front, and then you have your marchers and your banners, and the pageantry really makes the event go.
Oh, for sure. And they're celebrating their 52nd anniversary this year. How great is that?
Oh, it can't beat that. 52nd year. Bands, when they teach the young kids how to play the music too, it's something that's a skill that just stays with the kids at all times. We have the military marching, and then we have a little bit of free form through the band.
Yeah, and it's great because their age is 12 to 19. They get to learn leadership techniques, citizenship, and have great opportunities to learn their pilot's license of all things. How cool do you think that would be?
Oh, that would be fantastic. I know a couple of young fellas who've been through the Air Cadets, and on their way through, they learn gliding, and they also pick up the skills of flying.
Well, up next, we have our very own Mayor, Bob Bertina, and he is being driven around by Lawrence Marshall. Prior to becoming a mayor, Bob actually represented Ward 2, the downtown core of Hamilton, which is pretty cool.
Bob has such a great voice. I love listening to the voice that the mayor has. He's put on the radio shows over the years, and he has a very distinct voice, and it's very reassuring. And we certainly have had some troubled times, but you get the reassuring voice of the mayor coming through. It's very nice.
Yeah, and he's currently only halfway through his mayoral term.
Oh, yes, he's still got some work to come. Here's a supporter right now of the city of Stoney Creek, Brad Clark. He's a longtime resident here. He's Ward 9 councillor. He's got a bit of a history in the radio world. He went to school and got a diploma in radio broadcasting from Mohawk College.
I know lots of great people come out of Mohawk College. It's a fantastic school.
And also the journalism course has been really quite nice too, because we've got a lot of our local journalists who've come from there.
All right, we have the Stoney Creek Soccer Club. Now soccer, it's the world's game, and I think it's a great way for kids to stay in shape.
Oh, absolutely. Kids love this game. And it's a game that you can get a ball, find a nice field, and you're underway. It's a nice, simple game, but it also requires super high skill levels, and you got to learn them young. And that's what these parades are about. You see the young kids on the side of the road, their smiling faces, and what they're looking at is the older kids. Maybe the 2-year-olds are looking at the 4-year-olds, and the 5-year-olds are looking at the older ones, and they see the kids and they think, I'd like to try that.
And followed along, we have Maria Pearson. She's Ward 10 councillor here in Hamilton.
She's a long-serving councillor in Stoney Creek. She really puts a lot of passion into her work.
She actually ran in 2000 against Larry Deaney.
That was for a council seat,
yes.
And so she was off council for a little bit when Larry won, but she quickly made it right back in, and she works very hard for this community. Brenda Johnson, she's new to the council makeup, and she's really making some good inroads in putting Stoney Creek forward and into the minds of the whole city.
Great truck she gets to ride along in too.
Oh yeah, that's one of the perks.
And I think I'm hearing the Grimsby Pipe Band come up next. They've been around since 1999, always involved in the community. I think it would be really cool to be on this hill today.
Let's have a little listen. They've got a wonderful tune underway.
what I think is great about the Grimsby Pipe Band is that it ranges in ages from 8 to 80.
Absolutely. These fellas, they're willing to give their skills and show them to the new kids and put them forward and get them out there marching in the parade. Truly a good group.
I know, I love the pipe bands. They always have so much fun, and they really put on a good show.
My wife's background is a little bit of Scottish, and I always tease my father-in-law, Fred. I say, I could see you out there in a kilt with a caber toss and that.
I know. I think it'd be a little chilly for today, but they really stick it out.
Absolutely. Those kilts, I don't envy those fellas.
No, not at all. I'm glad we're toasty over here. And up next, we have some more floats coming down. The kids are running around in their karate gear. That's a good way to keep warm.
Well, yeah, if they have their thermals on underneath it. I think this is Wayne Marston coming up. He's a supporter of Stoney Creek, a real fine gentleman. I've spoken with Wayne a number of times, and he always has a positive outlook. He's quite a nice fella, and at one point he was a member of the Hamilton District Labor Council before taking on a political career.
You wonder what? I find that we're really lucky with all of our MPs or councillors that we have. We have a really good bunch.
Oh yes, they're just top drawer. No matter what your stripe, you certainly have to believe that these people put themselves forward, and they take a lot of flack. It's a nice job, certainly, but you know, they do take their share of heat from time to time, and they do have the best intentions of the community in mind.
And we just saw Paul Miller, the MPP, go by. He's an NDP member, and he's been serving since 2007.
Again, Paul's another stalwart of Stoney Creek. There he is right there waving. Nice fella.
NDP orange on.
A little bit of orange, yes indeed.
He's still looking festive though. And up next we have the Stoney Creek Chamber of Commerce. And their truck was provided by Taylor Chrysler Dodge. It's a beautiful looking truck.
And riding in the Stoney Creek Chamber of Commerce is Dave Cage. Now there's a fellow who puts the BIA on the map for the city of Stoney Creek. He's always working diligently, thinking how he can promote the downtown core. He's a real nice gentleman and works very hard for this.
It's important to come into your downtown cores because there's a lot of local businesses that you want to support.
Well, yeah, certainly. When you have the option of going to your downtown core or going to one of the larger urban malls, it's nice to get downtown, support them. If you don't support them, they disappear, and that's the shame. That's where your downtowns lose their vibrancy. And I'd like to say, though, that Stoney Creek does have a vibrant downtown. It's got some nice restaurants, some very nice shops, and I think that the people do support it here quite a bit.
And we just saw Citizen of the Year, Linda Schuker, sorry. And she has a long history of volunteerism here in Stoney Creek. She was also the president. She also is the president of the Winona Peach Festival committee for 6 years now, which I absolutely love going to the Winona Peach Festival.
Now that would be a real handful of a job to look after.
Oh, I can imagine.
A lot of ins and outs and things going on when you're looking after a full festival. So here's to Linda Schuker. Well done.
This is a good way for kids to stay warm. Dancing around, I think that would be a great way.
Look at the smiles. Look at the smiles. They're all happy kids, and you can match those smiles with the kids who are watching on the side of the street. There they are waving.
I think all the kids kind of look towards the Santa Parade every year.
Well, I've been coming here with my family for at least 20 years, and that includes Grandpa and Grandma and our young kids, and they're not so young anymore, but they're all here again.
This was the Impulse dance team here, which is great because it's a great way to get girls and boys involved in dance. I say boys too because I think boys love to take dance class. Why wouldn't you? There's so many other aspects.
It's not only about the dance; it's also about the fitness. There's a lot of exercise that these kids get, and they enjoy themselves, get to participate, do some group activities. It's wonderful.
And up next here we have the M.M. Robinson drum line, another drum line. They look great. They look festive all year long.
Coming out of Burlington, they've always put on a very good performance. They've been in 15 parades, or they're scheduled for 15 parades this year.
And let's take a listen.
Won several top awards.